We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Hi! I did. I put the banner on right this time, 5 times in a row. Anyway, hi guys, and welcome to Side Scrollers. I still have killed Craig. He is still dead. Don't worry. He'll be back on Friday, though, resurrected. But in the meantime, hi, Kay. How you guys doing?
Hello. We did it, girl! We did it!
I'm a struggle. It's more like a crawl to the end, but we did it.
We'll undig Craig soon. Don't worry, guys. He'll be back.
Do we have to, though? Like, can he just stay under? Do you think that's fine?
I think he can chill for a bit. He had his time, but it's
Well,
time to get out of there.
kind of like what they did apparently with Walt Disney. We'll just keep him under ice. Oh my God. Poor Mally. She's like, oh my God!
Shit! Did not expect that to go there. Hi!
Bruh.
Hello! How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. I'm good. We were just
Rocking
discussing
out.
Craig's demise, food poisoning and all that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You had a hand in that too, though, didn't you?
Yeah, very successful. You know, I got a lot in my garden.
Whoa!
Hey, I don't know how to respond to that. Wow. Okay. So anyway, hello. Welcome to Side Scrollers. Shit. Anyway, listen. If we cannot be demonetized in the first 7 minutes, that'd be awesome.
That'd be amazing.
I feel like I'm demonetized or something. I don't even get those emails because it's all connected to Craig's account. So I'm like,
So you're like, you don't even have to hear about it.
no, like when the live stream got blocked the other day on Friday, I didn't know until Kay told me because I don't get emails or anything, and I'm just working. It's like, by the way, we're blocked. I'm like, what?
I was like, what tennis clip did we show? I was so confused, bro.
Shout out YouTube for thinking we were playing Louis Armstrong with the U.S. Open Tennis Association.
What?
I don't know. Yeah, anyway, it's back though. That live stream on Friday is back, so it was only down for like 2 hours. Shout out YouTube. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Side Scrollers. It is Thanksgiving Eve. Very excited for tomorrow's turkey sensation. Kay has no idea what that is though, do you?
It's just a Thursday for me tomorrow. I was like, oh yeah, you guys are like having turkey and fun. Damn. Bring me
You
to
guys
America.
do that in
sneak me in.
October, don't you? You Canadians?
We do. It's so
But you
lame.
don't
But we
find
still
it.
do Black Friday and everything. And it was always so confusing to me growing up. I'm like, why is Black Friday on this day? I had no idea until like way later. It's like, oh, it's Thanksgiving in America. We just randomly have this day out of nowhere. It's like, oh, there's sales. Okay.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, so you guys can find us over on Kick and YouTube. By the way, hit the thumbs up button. Spotify, Apple, Locals, Rumble. We would be on Twitter, but Craig broke it, so I don't know how to fix it. So it wouldn't. No Twitter for you guys. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway. It's Finish Strong Friday. Like I said, Craig will be back on Friday with Vera Dark. No show tomorrow. I repeat, no show tomorrow. There will be a post in case you forget, scheduled tomorrow on YouTube saying, hi, we don't have a show. Happy Turkey Day. So you'll be okay. And I'm also to remind you guys that we do not have access to direct donations because, again, Craig fucked up and I can't see anything. So thanks, Craig. Shout out, Craig, boss man. Anyway.
They're all going to bully him on Friday and be like,
I hope
Craig,
so.
direct
He left me
donos.
for 5 days.
I was gonna say it's a little deserved though. Like,
I've been doing it by myself with Kay for the last 5 days. It's deserved. Bully him, chat. Bully. You have all the permission to be bullied.
Early and often.
Yes, exactly. All right, so let's just jump into because we do have a really big day today. So first things first, guys. November 27th, gaming history-wise, we have Castlevania Legends released in Japan in 1997. We have Kirby's Dream Land 3 released also in 1997. And then Mally's super excited about this. We have the Dreamcast also released in Japan in 1998. And Mally, what's on your screen right now?
So I actually have my original, I have to, you know how corded things are. I can't pull it anymore from here. But I actually have my original Dreamcast. It works and it's hooked up. I know the screen is hard to read, but you guys, if you can actually read it here, it has today's date, but in 1998. Because, you know, I opened it up, having plugged it in, you gotta unplug and plug back and forth, and so it asks me to put in the date every time. 11/27/1998. So I gotta like tell my Dreamcast that it's 2024 if I want.
You're a little early, Dreamcast, or late.
I would say late. Holy shit, that's 26 years late. Oof. That's wild though. It's today 26 years ago.
Yeah.
Kay, do you have any of those games you want to show off today of Kirby or Castlevania?
Of course I do. But
Alright.
this is cheating a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. It's a little bit cheating.
What do you mean?
But I have
Oh,
the
the
game,
Wii.
but it's in the Kirby Dream Collection, which is the best version of just like a Kirby collection. But it is in here, so I do own it. And of course, we're talking about the Dreamcast. I'm also a big simp for the Dreamcast. My baby, I love you. I love you so much.
Are they like super heavy? I've never owned one. Is it like very bulky
No.
or is it very light?
It's fine. It's light. If anyone's confused why it's a blue logo instead of like the orange, it's because this one is a European one. So I have multiple Dreamcasts, but this one was in the nicest shape. So I was like, I'm not going to show you my like yellow Dreamcast from like when I was a kid where it's just like all stained from being old and everything. This one was kept in a box in near mint condition. So I love
I didn't
that.
know about the
Pretty.
colors with the logo. It's
Yeah.
fascinating.
I kind of dig the blue more because, you know, Sega. It's like a Sega blue. So I think
Yeah,
it looks
pops.
better.
Yeah.
I love this thing. It's my Shenmue machine. It's my Marvel vs. Capcom machine. It's my Sonic Adventure machine, my Crazy Taxi machine. I love you, Dreamcast. You deserve better.
Actually, I felt that.
Yes. Crazy Taxi is like crack for me. I will play that forever. Like, I'll just sit there and be like, let's go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that thing got me into Simpsons Road Rage, Hit and Run, all kinds of the
Yes.
good stuff.
Well, the more you know. Well, let me hit up this giant mega gaming list of today. So we have King Arthur's World, which I want to play that. That sounds fascinating. We have Illusions of Gaia, Nova Storm, Castlevania Legends, which I got, Kirby's Dream Land 3, Vandal Hearts, the Dreamcast, which we also got. We have Choro Q, or is it Koro Q? I'm not really sure. Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly. Anybody know those titles yet?
Well, Fatal Frame is great. I mean, I don't know if I played that specific one, but I've played some Fatal Frames. And ooh,
We
that's
have
good stuff.
Gotcha Force on the GameCube. Hot Shots Golf 4 on the PlayStation 2.
Hey, Hot Shots Golf was actually pretty good. Yeah, we're eating good with golf games. Hot Shots Golf was good.
I've never played a golf game unless you count Wii Sports.
Oh my god, go play golf games. They're actually so fun.
Yeah, like just golf with friends even is so fun.
The more you know.
I know it sounds lame because like golf, but like virtual golf when you're just screwing around with friends is the funniest shit ever.
Hey, real life golf is also fun if you're drunk. Okay, let's be
Okay,
real.
true.
I had to do golf in high school, and I just had a really good time yelling 4. That was it. That's all I would do. Be like, 4! 4!
Everybody's just hitting the deck every 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh my gosh.
Wild Arms Alter Code F, Dragon Quest Journey of the Cursed King in Japan, Kenka Bancho Badass Rumble. Does anybody know that?
What words did you just say?
Yeah, man.
It was released in Japan originally, so Badass Rumble, everybody. Patapon 2. Now here's where it gets fun. Professor
was a
Layton.
gem.
Oh, that you like that one? Patapon?
Patapon was a gem, man. Yeah, that was good.
What is it?
It's like kind of a rhythm game. I don't know. It was like one of those smaller titles, but it was fun.
Okay.
It's really quirky and like native looking. It's weird.
Fascinating. Professor Layton in the Unwound Future, which I'm pretty sure I played that one. I played a lot of Professor Laytons. Rune Factory Frontier, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Masters GX, Tag Force 3, Ratchet and Clank Full Frontal Assault, which I'm not gonna lie, the words Full Frontal Assault kind of odd. I feel like Mally's gonna pull it out right there. There it is.
I
No,
got,
look at
I got
that.
like 5 Ratchet and Clank games in my. These
Wow.
are PS2 though, so.
All right. And then, well, I mean, Ratchet and Clank that one was released on the PS3, so oh wow.
Oh.
But Etrian Odyssey 2 Untold, the Fafnir Night in Japan, Eventide, Slavic Fable. Ooh, a Slavic Fable. That sounds fascinating.
I'm kind of in.
And Darksiders 3 released 6 years ago today. And this one I'm sure everybody's heard of. Red Dead Online 6 years ago in 2018. And then 5 years. It was rough, did you say?
Yeah, Red Dead Online was not good. Like everyone expected, because GTA Online is like amazing and everyone loves it. Red Dead Online, not so much. Don't play it. It's not good.
Well, I've never played it, so that's all right. This one's in Japan. This Gaia RPG, which I'm afraid to click on.
Hell yeah! What? Why are you afraid? It's just like a tactics game. What do you mean?
Okay, dude. I thought, judging by the photo of the cover, I thought it was something else. You know,
anime tactics game.
That's not what it looked like. Okay.
Oh my god.
I thought it was one of those weeb games, not weeb, but like hentai games that I actually click on.
You're talking to me like the Dead or Alive Senran Kagura girl. I play some racy anime games, let me tell you.
Right, good to know. Dona Isu ni Wari Koto o Shiyu released 4 years ago today in Japan.
Labs, are you okay?
How did you survive in Japan? Did you walk up to them and read like game titles?
I had two people. One of them was actually Japanese. He speaks Japanese, obviously. And then Ivan, and Ivan can get by in Japanese. So, listen, I got lost in a subway, okay? I took the wrong thing with lethal lightning. We got lost. Then we took a taxi, and the taxi driver took us to the wrong place. And then we finally got another taxi, and he took us to the right place. So we were lost for about 2 hours, okay?
Oh
Poor thing.
Don't ever get lost in Japan at night when it's downpouring. It's not fun. I was on the verge of crying.
Oh, you poor thing.
It was rainy, and I was tired. It was 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, I want to go home.
Oh my gosh. I would have given up right then.
It was bad. The two of us were like, Ivan like show tells us, get on the subway station. Like it was like platform green color, whatever it is specifically. And we get on the red platform, not realizing and that he said green or whatever. So we went in the opposite direction. Then I realized, I'm like, dude, we're going the wrong way. I'm looking at Google Maps. It's going farther away from where we're supposed to go. So we get off and I'm like, where are we? And yeah. Turns out. So then like there was the hotel we were staying at has like 2 locations, and we told the Japanese taxi driver like this is the one we're going to. We showed him everything in Japanese also so he would see it. He took us to the sister hotel and we're like, this doesn't look right, but maybe we came in from the other side of the building that we never went in. So we walked in, and by the time we walked back out, realized it was the wrong place. The taxi driver was long gone. So we're like, fuck. So we found an employee, and he's like, oh, yeah, take this subway to that one. And I'm like, oh. And then we got kind of like lost, and I was like, I don't know what he said again because he didn't speak English very well. And then we called Ivan, and he was like, don't move, take a taxi. And he wrote everything out again in Japanese and everything. And like, yeah. And we finally got to the right hotel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is amazing. The Blabs Japan adventures.
Dude, there's a lot of adventures that we didn't talk about yet. Yeah, fun stuff. Anyway, that game is a not safe for work game, just FYI. Okay. Great stuff.
Poor thing. I can't even keep up.
Yeah, that last game I mentioned is not safe for work. I'm not pulling that up. Okay, anyway, the worthy one says, touch a nerve with How to Train Your Dragon video, didn't you, Mally? Yes, we're going to get into that. Mally's got a whole explanation. Stay-at-home Hippo says, afternoon, bro chachos. All the ladies look great. Fanfic K. Have you been having writer's block? Waiting with bated breath on that Office fanfiction.
I don't even like The Office. This is the biggest thing I ever regret saying in my life, is saying that The Office was kind of okay. I was in a conversation about it. It's like, it wasn't that bad. Like, it's pretty normy, but like, there's some funny moments. I will never live this down. I don't even like you, Office. You're awful.
Oh.
And I don't write fan fiction.
I bet you she does. She like... Yeah. Dude, I see so much awful fan fiction in Harry Potter lately, like Snape and Hermione, and I'm like, why?
You were saying that one's gross.
That is nasty. Yeah. The mystery says, is Melee James buried with Craig, Melee K?
They're off being gay, talking about wrestling, but we love them for it. It's okay.
What are you gay? Corporate University for $9.99 says, this is a bit random, but I got a random request and message from Craig this morning on Discord asking about trading and marking. I'm assuming it's a scammer and a bot pretending to be him. I'm assuming it is too. Don't answer anything, guys. It's not from Craig. He's not.
If he starts saying along the way, though, I don't know.
If he starts saying along the way, yeah. Mally knows all the lore. She was on that episode. It's a lot, a minute and a half of along the ways. Yeah. Antipathy says, happy Thanksgiving. That's right. Happy Thanksgiving. Jason says, I love the Dreamcast, but that was the worst controller in history. Techromancer and Skies of Arcadia are some of my top games. Yeah, is it a clunky controller?
It's a rough controller, but I mean, I love it. I don't care. I'm a big Dreamcast simp. I will love it forever. Even this chunky boy right here. And it was technically ahead of its time with the Hall sticks. It's like better controls on it. It was a whole thing. I love this thing. And the VMU. Oh my God. I'm going to keep simping. Move on. I'm going to keep simping.
You simp. Noodles says, Mario Golf on the Switch. Give it a shot, Blabs. I should. I just don't play the Switch all that much. I've been playing all like the PlayStation 1 games, so I'm kind of like in another era. Israel says, happy Thanksgiving, ladies. Mally, your rant over the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie was epic and hilarious. Keep kicking ass, ladies. Cheers. Thank you so much. This one's from Mally. Hi, Mally. What's the best Dreamcast game, and why is it Power Stone?
So, it's funny that you say that, because I actually have some of my favorites right here, and you're all gonna laugh at me, because they're not the most
show and tell
high-tech games. Okay, all right. So, anyways, starting with the ones that I played, these are my first games that I ever played. Like when I was like 2 years old, picked up a controller. I was playing 102 Dalmatians Pumpy to the Rescue. I was playing Disney World Racing and Pin Triathlon. Triathlon, actually. And then when I grew up a little bit, I started playing these with my dad.
Gauntlet Legends,
Star Wars
bro.
Racers, Crazy Taxi. Yeah, so these were my like starting to get into games.
Nice,
baby. Those are good games. And Power Stone is the best.
You need a moment there, Kay?
I'm telling you, I'm such a simp for the Dreamcast.
Did
It's
you hear
like
her,
not even
Melly?
okay.
Ooh, baby. It's like, are you good?
You want to turn me on? Talk about the Dreamcast, baby. I'm all in.
Do you need to change your underwear? You good over there?
Maybe I'll steal your Japanese underwear. How about that, Blabs?
Oh, Melly, do you know I have Japanese underwear on my desk?
Oh gosh, it's in a pod? Why is it in its own
It's
little
from the gacha! The little vending machine!
Oh my gosh, you got underwear from a vending machine.
Yeah, it costs 500 yen. There's a lot of holes in it.
Oh, right, I did. I think I actually managed to pop it in the stream earlier this week, right when you were holding this up, and I remember you saying you kept the tag on.
Yes. Yeah, here it is.
It's important.
Yeah. It's very, very small. The little Japanese women are tiny people. But yes.
Well, I've gotten a charger from a vending machine. I've seen people even get like cigarettes from vending machine if you go to the right place.
Never got an underwear. Yeah, so the black little gotcha is 18 plus. That's what it means.
Huh.
Fun facts. The more you know.
Huh.
Eric shows up. What is happening? Hi, Eric.
I don't know.
Time to be here.
It's Spiritual Friday, okay?
Yeah, we're kind of in a Friday mood, and then Friday's gonna be like, why are we even here? But anyway, all right, let's just jump into it, everybody, because we got a lot to discuss. Okay, it's Craig's favorite section. It's everybody's favorite time. It's time for hard news.
Hard news.
I like how Eric shows up just for his yeehaw. Anyway, okay. So, before we jump into a whole bunch of Disney and How to Train Your Dragon talk, I just kind of wanted to laugh with Elon Musk. I don't know if you guys saw, but Elon Musk just made fun of Ben Stiller in the most glorious way. And he's like, damn, he went full retard. And it's because Ben Stiller says woke America killed edgier comedy, which is 100% true.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, he endorses Kamala Harris. So I feel like you just can't have it both ways. So there's your little quick hit for you.
He did go full retard, and I just love all the movie references there. That's a great tweet.
Yeah,
Sometimes
right.
Elon does cringe tweets, but I was like, okay, that's actually good.
I like how he actually
billionaires saying slurs.
I love
true
it.
Too. Retard is so back, baby. Let's go.
bring
never
it.
go full retard. I can't play the clip because we'll get flagged, but yeah, he shared
definitely.
that clip.
I
Never
love
go full
that.
retard. All right, so before we get into the latest of How to Train Your Dragon, Mally got over 40 million views on this video, and I'm just gonna let it play out if that's all right with you, Mally.
Of course.
Okay. Oh,
Get a few more views.
did you guys hear the what the fuck before it started? Anyway, okay, here we go.
What the fuck? And before you start with me, yeah, it has to do with her race. Because this is a story about Vikings. Look at the real Astrid. Blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, people love to throw out the term whitewashed a lot, but I would really love to discuss what kind of color washing is happening to every live action movie that comes out now. Didn't need it. Definitely didn't need it. Still don't want it. And here you guys are basically making the Lion King live action with How to Train Your Dragon. Just because you hired real actors does not mean that you're not going to have to CGI half that fucking movie. That's not even the point. I was willing to let go of the CGI thing when you weren't going to do another race swap. What is so hard about staying true to the original stories? Do we have to keep reinventing them? Because obviously no one likes them. Except for the loudmouth stars that you choose to do them, of course. Because here is the new Astrid saying, I could never do America Ferrera's interpretation of Astrid because I am not her. Well, then maybe you shouldn't be her. Honestly, I think we're at the point where we can start calling this cultural appropriation. You know, I was willing to let go of the mermaid thing and the blue fairy thing and all these things because those are just mythological made-up things. But now you're just distorting history so that you can effectively pander. I hear a lot of people complain that we don't talk about Black history enough. Well, yeah, maybe it's because y'all are busy stealing everyone else's history. What?
Damn.
Yeah, and it was
Those
that
were
last
fighting
line
words.
that I'm sure got the spark of it all. Like, I know that I post these things a lot, but that last line really burned some people's butts.
It was like a
So-
dagger. It was so good. I love that.
Woof. That was rough. That was damn. So, like, do you want to explain further on that since it did trigger a whole bunch of people?
Yeah, no, I'd love to. Yeah, thanks. So yeah, that's a 75-second video, right? A lot of people, 40 million people saw it, and there was a lot of people who took that and immediately straight out and started extrapolating on it, and that's what happens when you put your videos on the internet. I've known it. This is just the biggest one that I think I've had in my repertoire, so that's kind of cool. But I really got to kind of go around and see like how people were interpreting it. And so the number one thing that I've said is I could have probably worded that last sentence a little better. A lot of people thought I was being very racist and saying something not okay, and I was being
Never
very
apologize,
very
girl. You were not being racist. You were not being racist. Never
The brown one's
apologize.
telling you you're not racist. It's okay.
I don't think it's racist at all. I don't need to be represented in all this shit. I love watching white people too on the screen. I don't need to see a brown person to feel included. It's fine. Make an original character. So you said nothing wrong. You're getting the brown endorsement right now. There you go.
Thank you. I appreciate you for that. Thank you. No, like, I've always been confused by that too, of like, I need to see myself in the right color. Bitch, I see myself in Judy Hopps. That's a rabbit. Calm down. Like, you really need your skin to match. Ugh. Okay. No, but anyways, back to the video. Sorry. Yeah, no. So I got a lot of people saying I was racist for that last comment. Really, it's not. You should be mad at the producers, the casting directors, and the actors and actresses and their managers who audition them for, sign them up for, and accept the roles that they know they shouldn't be in. That's really just wrong. I'm not going to hate the actors and actresses first, but they are on my lineup of like, this is kind of your fault too. Top of the line though is going to be these directors, as I know Blab has something to bring up about the How to Train Your Dragon director, and the producers and the casting directors. They are responsible for this. And then just additionally over the whole thing, I don't know how people don't see this as a problem, because I don't normally like to just go screaming about, oh, they're casting somebody different in a movie. Like, yeah, okay, there's bigger fish to fry, honey. I know. But at what point are we going to draw the line where we start to acknowledge that all of media is being affected in the United States? And I specify the United States because no other fucking parts of the world are pandering to this. They're not worrying about this. In fact, advertisements and media that are made here have to be edited to be appropriate in other countries because of what
China.
we accept here. Yeah. And so it's like, if we just started casting people who, in this particular example with How to Train Your Dragon, a girl who looks like Astrid because she's a pre-existing character, nobody would have had a problem. Hell, it's the same director from the animated trilogy. Why the fuck, if this guy wanted these to be Vikings, and he said this in his, you're going to bring this up, I'm sorry, I'm beating you to it.
No, go
But
for it.
literally said, and I haven't responded to this because it just like, okay, they're never going to understand, and I just kind of gave up on it. But the fact of the matter is, the director literally said, these are supposed to be, thank you. What did he say? These are supposed to be Vikings that have the finest
That's a bit
dragon
hard to
fighters
read. Let
from
me zoom
everywhere
in on
in the
this.
world Vikings have ever traveled. Yeah, the finest dragon fighters from anywhere in the world. He's the director from the original animated series, y'all. If he really wanted them to be the best dragon fighters from everywhere in the world and represent them, then he should have done that in the animated version. And then I would have been advocating for every single one of the characters to look the way they did in the animation version. But it's because we're suddenly changing it after 3 full movies that now it's okay to change it. No, it's DEI. That's what it is, and no one needs it.
Yep.
My case.
So to bounce off of that, let's read what Dean, who is the director, like Mally says, of How to Train Your Dragon. He did the original ones too. He says he's responding to this person who says, "I swear, y'all have to let go of, oh, Astrid is not white, not black. Okay, and it's not about the color, it's about the acting. And plus, a Latina, a person of color, voiced her. So what are you going to hate, the voice actress now?" Which is incredibly stupid.
Totally different situation of having a voice actor versus a physical person that does not represent what the character looks like. Like, this is not rocket science, people.
No, I got
Seriously.
so many of those comments being like, "Didn't you even know that the voice actress was Latina?" And it's like, oh, okay, we want to go down that list. Let's go down every anime character, every cartoon character. I brought this up in my second video because I made a second one just to answer a lot of these questions. But it was just that, okay, you want to go after one? Let's go after Mario, the voice of Mario. The character he literally has a meme that says, created by the Japanese, speaks English, is an Italian plumber, looks Mexican. And he's voiced by the whitest white man ever. So, like, if you're not okay with that, then we got a lot of changes to make, for sure.
Yep. It's the same people who, like, freak out over the Simpsons voice actors. I remember when Ahsoka Tano live action was coming around, and everyone was like, Ashley Eckstein, who is the original voice actress, can't play Ahsoka because she's white. It's like, Ahsoka's fucking orange. Anybody can play her. And they're like, oh, well, Rosario Dawson best represents the skin color. I'm like, she's orange and she goes under makeup.
Yeah.
And like,
that was the other
Rosario Dawson's so bad as Ahsoka.
Oh, she's awful.
Like, I hate it so much. You should have just given it to the voice actress.
Yes,
seriously.
I was championing that for like forever. That she should never do that. That's a whole other rabbit hole. I would scream and shout about that. Anyway, let's go back to this before I lose a hemorrhoid.
Sorry, I wanted to just touch on that because you mentioned just the like how they are not even the color, and so I got a lot of those comments because in my video I mentioned Wicked, right? I brought up Cynthia Erivo being playing Elphaba, and it's like I had no problem with her. In fact, I thought that was great. They hired a singer. They hired someone, and she sounds wonderful. The whole movie looks beautiful. I loved it. What I didn't like is who she was in the interviews, that she made it about being black and queer, that was her whole personality trait. Now I'm taken out of it being about a green witch and about it being black and queer. So yeah, the colors, it has nothing to do.
Yep. It's insane that they just try to make everything about race. It's like, no. So this is his response to that stupid-ass comment from Dean. He says, exactly. We auditioned many actors for the roles, including actors who look like their animated counterparts. But we chose the actors who best embodied the spirit and personality of the characters, since the tribe in this version is made up of descendants of the finest dragons fighters from everywhere the Vikings have ever traveled. Isn't that ironic and convenient that they're saying that this tribe in this version is made up of everybody in the world? Not just convenient how they decided to change that little part.
Like revisionist history? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, like I didn't know that Vikings were like that in the 9th century.
Yep. So then he continues, says, which historically was far and wide. So yes, he's saying Vikings have ever traveled historically far and wide, which means Vikings are made up of all different cultures. That's right. He says it right here. Vikings mixed with many cultures. And he says, still, we're creating a fantasy, not historical fact, and all will be revealed in time. We're not making a shot-for-shot remake. So he's literally admitting it, that it is a remake, but it's not a shot-for-shot one. They just wanted to modernize it for 2024. And then he goes on to say, we're just stuck close to the key moments to honor the original, which I remain very proud of. The teaser features a few of those moments. The entire teaser was shot back to back like the animated, wasn't it? There's nothing new.
No, there's nothing. It was copycat.
That's what I thought. And he says, instead of completely new tale, we aim to embellish and deepen without abandoning the story that fans love. So this is a cover-up, and I feel like a little bit of a gaslighting to the fans who are like, yo, this isn't actually Astrid. What are you doing? Because he's like, no, it is.
Vikings are literally white culture. I don't understand how you're keeping it close to anything at all. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't even know anything about this fucking thing, but, like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I got told a lot of times in those 40 million views as well, I got told I don't have culture that deserves to be represented. So that's like true racism right
That's
there.
legit
is people being
racist.
so hurt that they don't get one actress. And that's the thing is I love the idea of Nico Parker. She seems gorgeous and like great. But not as a 9th century Viking representing a pre-existing cartoon character, Astrid. Like you could have been great in 100 other things, Miss Girl, but this was not it.
Yeah, and if they really, really wanted her because she really embodied the spirit and personality, why didn't they give her the blonde hair? Because she's fair enough skin that it could pass, or give her the blue contacts. And instead, they didn't. They purposely didn't do that on purpose. It was in your face, so
it was intentional. That and also Nepo baby. Her mom is the first. You were saying this in another side scrollers I was watching. I got this info from you. Literally, her mom was the one that said, "I'm the first black woman, is black female in Star Wars," and it was like, okay, you're coming from that. So obviously, we'd be dumb to think it doesn't have a part to play.
Yeah. So, Kay, if you don't know, her mom is, I think you say Thandie. I thought it was Thandie, but maybe it's Tandy Newton. She was in Mission Impossible 2. She's the main chick in that movie with Tom Cruise. Shit movie. I'm not gonna lie. Mission Impossible 2 is garbage. But yeah, anyway.
I just don't take anyone seriously when they're like, I was the first woman in this. I was the first black person in this. I was the first. Okay. Like, you can't say that as a white person. I was the first white person in this. Everyone will flip their shit.
Right?
Like, I don't get it. It's like, okay, congratulations. There's millions of people out there. You were the first to do something. Okay.
Yeah.
That's so annoying.
No,
bro.
I feel that. Yeah.
And ironically, this movie comes out like 3 weeks after the new How to Train Your Dragon Land opens in Florida. So nice PR marketing right there. Everything together. Any final thoughts before we move on to Disney and Super Chats, Mally?
No, I think I'm good.
She's like, I feel better now. Carlos says, side scroll hers. Let's go. Yeah. We started with side scrollers, we're ending it with side scrollers. Torgo says, Kay, have you considered branching into Parks and Rec fan fiction or perhaps Seinfeld along the way? Do you know the way?
Fan fiction, but I do love Parks and Rec, guys. I'm not going to deny that one. I do really love Parks and Rec. So if I were to do fan fiction, it would be Parks and Rec over Office. Let's be real.
Right. Jay says, Mally has evolved into Aryan Mouse.
What's that?
I think, isn't like House Game of Thrones?
Oh, is it? I didn't watch Game of Thrones. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
I read it as Aryan Mouse, like Aryan people.
I'm gonna assume. Thank you.
Okay. The worthy one says, black guy here. Hello, black guy. He wasn't racist, Mally. Don't apologize. Fuck him. Thank you, everyone. Sona Soul Silver says, Monkey D. Luffy and Goku, a Japanese VA, is a woman. These clowns need to stop living in social media and get their high school mentality off their heads. Correct. A lot of these social voice actresses and actors are the opposite sex when they voice characters. The Deep Fryer says, Phil Lamar, a black man, voiced Aquaman for over a decade. He's also the voice of Samurai Jack. Skin tone doesn't matter. He's Samurai Jack. Exactly. Mr. Hardcore Mode says, Mally, loved your TikTok on How to Train Your Dragon. People laughed at you saying it's not real. Just say Chinese Black Panther when, Yellow Panther when. Well, speaking of TikTok, would you like to go on your TikTok explanation to us, Mally?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people were telling me I blew up over there, but I don't really care because I deleted my account.
Rip.
I've been on TikTok for 6 or 7 years now. It's where I got my start. And a lot of people are going to say that I'm lying or whatever, but I really don't give a fuck because I know the truth. My fans know the truth. God knows the truth. And that's all I give a fuck about. But I've been on TikTok for about 6 or 7 years. Like I said, it's where I got my start. It launched me. I got 27 million likes total on there, like from life to death of that page, which is like cool. Like that's a cool thing to say. But I finally deleted it because one, it's getting banned in January, and I didn't want to be on an app that I can't even have access to. That just sounds stupid. And second of all, I have not been growing or gaining anything from TikTok for a while. It is nothing but brain rot and just corn everywhere because people are constantly posting that and trying to get their OFs all boosted over there. And it's like, I don't want anything to do with that. This was a kids app. And it was for fun dancing. And I started posting opinionated stuff because more people got on there. And then nothing was worth being on there anymore. So I'm just down for the death of TikTok as a whole, honestly. And I decided to throw my hat in the ring and get ahead of everybody else. And it's like, you know, if I was really afraid of the conversation that's going on TikTok, because I've had a lot of people say that, oh, you're afraid, you ran away. If I was, honey, I wouldn't be posting the exact same shit on X, Instagram, and everything else, getting millions more views, comments, and attention. So yeah, I don't play with TikTok anymore. X is way more fun.
There you go. I've never been on TikTok. I refuse to go on it because one, it just seemed like another way of like getting addicted to social media. And being on the internet a lot, since that's my job, it's enough as it is. So I don't need to go on something else. And two, it was just for everything I was hearing about, I was like, I'm good. I'm really good. I don't want to be on it.
Doom scrolling is a very real thing. That app encourages you to do it. And there are other apps trying to copy that kind of mannerism so that you can get into it. I feel like X is doing really good at that because they suck you in. Like the moment you touch on a video, it's full screened and then you're kind of just in there. It's the same thing with TikTok. If it's fully encapsulating your screen, you're there. Nothing outside of it matters. And so it gets really dangerous and people get stuck in it. Plus, think about how many horrifying trends started from TikTok. Fucking Tide Pod challenge. There was this necking thing that came out like 5 years ago. There was a kid in California that literally had to go to the hospital because a kid hit him on the back of his neck and he like was having, you know, spinal issues. And so it's like all of these horrible things start from this cesspool app. Yeah, I want fucking nothing to do with that.
Dude, I remember when I was in high school, the best trends were like planking.
Right?
I'm gonna plank on this bench. I'm gonna plank on the roof. I'm like, why can't we do that stuff anymore?
Yeah, or like we can make a human table if we just like all sit and do this thing with our legs. And like that was just what we were doing.
Yeah, that's what everyone else is doing, like Tide Pod. I'm like, oh boy.
That's Gen Alpha for me.
No. Okay, have you been on TikTok? Did you ever use it?
No, I don't want the Chinese spyware. I'm good.
That's what
I'm
I
good.
was saying.
Only thing I did, because I think it's necessary in general, is I just made an account for Melee Games to say we have an account. So if somebody tries to take our name, we already have it. But I don't use TikTok.
That makes sense. Impersonation and all that. That's a real thing.
No, I got tons of other people making fake accounts of me after I left. So I'm like, have fun.
Wow, people are weird, man. Blue Sky, that's right. Everyone's going to Blue Sky too, which I don't think is a bad thing to be on another platform, but seeing as what Blue Sky seems to be about, it just doesn't sound like a very fun place to be on.
No, that freaks me out. I will never go there.
No, neither will I. Like, I'm not against people going on other platforms, as we say, it's supposed to like branch out, find a new audience and everything, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe pick the ones that are going to stick, like Instagram Threads. Does anybody ever use that? And apparently once you get it, you can't delete it. So
what do you mean you can't delete it?
It
What?
made me one because I already had an Instagram.
Yeah, I don't have Instagram Threads because like they said, if you ever join and make one, like you can't delete it ever. That's what I've heard.
Wild.
So I've never made one because I'm like, this thing's shit. Nobody uses it anyway.
Yeah.
Mally's like, oh my god, my life is fleeting before me. Have I done something?
I'm like, I'm
able to delete
posted about 4 things. I don't think that app's gonna die.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, this is so real. I saw a MySpace meme yesterday and I was like, bring it back. I was never on it in the first place, but because I missed out on it because I was on AIM and MSN.
Oh my god, you're so young.
No,
MySpace was
I
the
wasn't
thing.
allowed to be on it. Like I wasn't allowed on that stuff, but I was allowed on AIM. AIM was the shit, man. MSN, and then Facebook. Remember when you could poke people on Facebook and it was just an automatic poke war?
See, for me, the memory is MSN where you would like nudge people and you were like on your computer playing a game, all of a sudden you just get and you're like, can you not? I'm busy. And they're like, talk to me, say hi.
I really liked when people post lyrics and stuff, but then you had a limit, so like half the lyrics would be cut off. Yeah, it was great stuff. I loved it.
Listing all your best friends in the bio on your little MSN underneath. Oh my god, I love my friends.
Dude, no, that was like the original Snapchat. Do you guys remember the original Snapchat where you had like your top friends? And you could see who was Snapchatting each other the most, and then they got rid of it, and I was like,
yeah.
Fine.
I remember that because Snapchat was the only way that we communicated in high school. Like we didn't text. What was that? No, we had Snapchat. And I think it was also because we knew our parents couldn't monitor it. And so we were like, we're sneaky. And it was like, no, you're not.
Yep. I don't even use I haven't used Snapchat in like 4 or 5 years at this point because it's just
No, I
trash.
just deleted mine because I didn't use it anymore. I deleted Snapchat and TikTok at the same time because I'm like, fuck these apps.
Yeah, I feel like I've never actually permanently deleted. I just deleted off my phone and everything, and it's just there forever. That maybe when I come back in 20 years, I'll be like, I'll have like 5 messages and be like, shit, should respond to these.
Open from 8 years ago. Ugh.
Yeah, that has happened where I just don't ever look at it, and then I'll get something from like my sister of her child, and I'm like, oh, I missed that. My bad. So my bad. Anyway, let me hit up some supers. Kay is the first brown woman in Office fan fiction. I didn't know that.
Wait, you started this. Wait, this is on you, and you know it. He's the one. He's the origin.
Edward for $10 on Rumble says started part 1 of Melee Kay's fanfic last night, and I have to say it's pretty good. You got talent, kid. Don't hide in a bushel basket. Have a great Turkey Day, ladies. Side scroll hers forever. Rip Craig. Thank you, Edward. I'm glad you're enjoying Kay's fanfiction.
I'm never living this down in my life.
This is amazing. There's so much lore. Cookie Dawn over on Local says, happy Thanksgiving. Aight, see ya. Thank you, Cookie Dawn. Have a good Turkey Day to you too, buddy. I like this one. Vikings was kangs and shit. Okay, Kay, we'll relent with The Office to our favorite fanfic writer for The Big Bang Theory.
No. I'll do The Office over Big Bang Theory. To me, that's the worst thing ever on television is The Big Bang Theory. I can't. I'm tired of the nerds LARPing. It's so annoying. And then all my friends that were not nerds, they would be like, oh my God, is this you? I finally understand you. I'm like, no, I'm not The Big Bang Theory. I'm not what they think nerds are. Please stop. We're geeks over here. Gamers are geeks.
The more you know.
We play video games.
You says tick tock. Your time is running out, basically. Yes. All right, it's time to talk Disney because that's what Mally's favorite thing to do. And I actually gave Mally homework and I gave Kay homework and I was like, guys, please watch this short. My mom had sent me this Disney short and guys, it is absolutely beautiful. Now, we can't play it because obviously Disney will give us a hit. But, Mally, what happens in this beautiful 4 minutes?
Girl, I cry. That's what happens. You sent me this video at 8:30 in the morning and said, hey, watch this before stream. And I'm over here like, I'm wearing makeup. Stop. Okay, Disney actually did one thing right. I'm not going to lie. It's so cute. It's just so heartwarming and sweet. And like the fact that I had so many notes. The fact that it doesn't take place inside of a Disney park so that they're not trying to coerce you to go into something. They're just like, it's like a little hometown cute, just home Christmas. I loved that. I loved that it was literally just about a feel good and not as much of an ad. I loved it.
Yeah. It was beautiful. So if you don't know, guys, and I encourage everyone to watch this, it's free to watch on YouTube. It's basically this boy gets an octopus stuck to his head and he can't get rid of it no matter what they try doing. And then it becomes Christmas and this octopus becomes like best bros with this guy by then, this little kid. But then he wants to go home, this octopus, because he misses his home. And so how he gets home is like Santa Claus takes him home, basically. And it's a beautiful story. It's got beautiful, like the Little Mermaid music on piano. It's very soothing, very beautiful. But the thing about this that just really sticks out, and it really shouldn't because it's a 4-minute short, but it's just got that Disney magic inside of it, that beautiful storytelling that we used to know like in the early 90s and 2000s that we haven't seen in a very long time from Disney. And what's really ironic about this short is that it's directed by Taika Waititi, of all people, who did like Thor 3 and other things like that. Yeah, the New Zealander who was like making out with the freaking Valkyrie chick.
So he's capable of making something good.
He's very capable. Which is ironic. And like, I'm not the only person who says this. We're going to pull this up. Look at all the comments. Now, this is the magic Disney needs back. How cute. This is the Disney we all knew, loved, and missed lately. It's just all these comments saying, where have these writers been the past few years? Oh my God, this was precious. Yes. Like, chat, we're telling you, you have to watch. It's beautiful. Like, it's the old school Disney charm. Yeah. Fantastic. And it's like, and it really hits home because it's like, where has this been? Seriously, where have you been?
It did hit me a little bit with the member berries. I was like, oh, it's Buzz Lightyear. Oh my God, that music. I recognize it from my childhood. Yes, so 1% of my heart has thawed, but that's about it.
Yes. See, if it gets K, it can get you, chat. Just saying. But yes. A broken clock is right twice a day. It's true. They are capable, but it's like, my point here is that they are capable and there are tons of people out there saying what we're saying too, that we miss the old Disney. So it's not just us screaming like, oh, it's woke, it's shit. No, everyone's mad about Disney. Everybody misses the old Disney stuff.
Yeah,
so
and Sorry, I just wanted to add in, guys. A lot of us are saying like, "Oh, I'm done with Disney. I've cast them aside." Look, I know they've done a lot. Okay, I get it. I know, but we would be just as bad as the people that we talk shit on if we started canceling permanently everything just because they do things that we don't like. I'm gonna go out of my way and I'm gonna commend Disney for when they make things that we like. Inside Out 2 was really good, and this short, 4 minutes. But it's quality. It's great. It does show what they're capable of. When they do good, I want to give them the credit where it's due.
That's my whole point too. Everyone's like, screw this entire company. And it's like, well, I understand the sentiment, but like at the same time, like you'll never get good shit ever again from that company. Ever, if that's your behavior, because nothing will succeed. So I understand where you guys are coming from. You don't want Disney and all that. But I mean, first of all, it is free to watch on YouTube. You're not paying anything. But just saying that there is capable. So if you're missing some quality Disney and you want something new, there's a 4-minute short. But before we continue, because there's a lot more Disney talk and none of it is actually good. This was the highlight, basically.
You started with the good.
Yeah, we started with the really good. There's one more good thing, and then it really goes down the drain. But before we do, Joey gifted, sent a super chat of $50. So here's all your titties. Joey for 50 says, everybody get ready. 2025 is going to be an expensive year for gaming under Trump's new tariffs on exported goods. You want to buy new games in 2025? Prepare to buy $100 instead of $70, or pay $100, I should say. This will affect every platform and piece of merchandise in gaming. Listen, prices are going to go up. We already know that. That's just how it's going to work. But thank you very much for the $50, and I hope you enjoy your boobies. Snake Fan says, do you guys remember Bow? It's Disney short also.
I hate that short. I'm sorry. I love Pixar shorts. The shorts are great. What the fuck is Bow?
What is it?
I watched that. Oh, if you have not seen this,
I don't know.
Weird, girl. It's weird. Literally, the whole concept is there's this mom, and it's supposed to be representative of her son growing up and leaving the house, like a mother kind of letting her baby leave the nest kind of thing. So it's very sad from her perspective. But they do it and they animate it through like essentially her hallucination of her son being a bow roll. Like a little bow. Yeah. Is it just bow? Bow. He is bow. He literally is the food. And she's like making the food when he pops to life. And then we just go through 95% of the short with him alive. And then at the end, I was following until this. Then at the end, she eats him.
Huh?
She eats him. And then we kind of like flash back to real life where, oh, the son's coming home. And it's like, I'm sorry. It freaked me out. I didn't like it. You should go watch it if you guys haven't seen Bow. It's a weird one. I like Disney shorts. That one's weird.
No thanks. I don't want to see that one. You know what I really like of a Disney short, though, is the birds on the line. And they're like,
yeah, I love that.
Like the retarded Big Bird. I freaking love that one.
I'm getting like Disney whiplash right now.
Dude, that one's like so old. All right, let us move on before I start chirping. Disneyland honors a 101-year-old World War II veteran and hero in a special flag retreat ceremony. So this is a beautiful thing. And unfortunately, this is the last beautiful thing we're talking about from Disney today. So,
yeah, that's fair.
Shout out. This is what they should be doing. So thank you for doing that, Disney. But let's just move on to Disney World descends into chaos after man assaults woman in front of screaming kids. So let's just play this, shall we?
Here, baby.
Look at Nelly. So then it just ends with everyone saying go away, and then they start like calming everybody down. But what essentially happened was like a domestic abuse between two family members.
Oh.
Like Yeah, it was a fight between two family members that apparently got ugly. Like two girls were holding their noses because they had bloody noses. So here are the two girls. Like this is the woman. She's got a bloody nose.
The most magical place
the one
on
in the middle,
earth.
okay.
Yeah. So the one with the Mickey Mouse sweater. She's got a bloody nose, and this is the guy. And I'm gonna be honest. I think he's not all the way there. So I'm thinking it was some mental type of thing that something set him off and he started fighting with his family members. But yeah, basically what happened was the giant brawl broke out. The guys that you see in the videos are actually holding the one guy down, the one who was assaulting the women. So they were like,
I was like, the guy seemed to be helping. Okay.
yeah. So he's a bystander and he's helping out until security showed up. But yeah, so that's him. So like I said, I don't think he's all the way there. But yeah, that happens.
Like he's lacking a few brain cells. So
yeah, so the most magical place on earth is Disney, where they're constantly fighting. Now you were saying, Mally, that actually happens quite often.
Yeah, unsurprisingly, here in Disneyland, California, it seems as though we actually have like, it feels like monthly news, or every few months, monthly news breaks of people having fights in Disneyland. A lot of the time, I feel like it happens in Toontown, and I don't know why, but it's like they go to Toontown and they feel the energy. I don't know, but and it's always between families too. It's never like, I almost had a lady fight me at Disney once, but it was not.
Do tell what happened.
So basically, we were walking down Main Street in the middle of the day, and we were trying to leave Disneyland. So we're going one way, and she's coming into Disneyland. So we're kind of like crossing. The street is flooded with people. It's crowded. They just let out of a parade. So nobody has space. We're all shoulder to shoulder. You know, you know what you do when you're traveling with a group. I'm like, put your hand on my shoulder, do the train, everybody touch so we know where we are. And so I kind of keep looking over my shoulder to talk to them because I can't turn around. So I'm like, hey, we okay? We got everyone, da 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 da. And I was making jokes. I said something funny. I even forget what it was entirely now. I just said something and I finished talking as I turned my head forward and I locked eyes with this lady who's pushing a stroller in my direction. Right in front of me, like about to hit me in my direction. And so I look forward and I'm like, and I kind of skate it. And the furrow on this woman's face, because she thought that I was talking to her and she thought I had insulted her. It's like as if there isn't 500 other people in my 50-foot radius right now, bitch, but you are the only person in the world. Okay. So I like take another step and then my brain's kind of like, is that woman talking to you? Like, do you think she's... And so I kind of like turn over my shoulder like, hey, am I being talked to? She has fully stopped in a crowd of people, has stopped. And she has like another woman with her and like kids, multiple kids, and the one in the stroller. She has stopped and has turned around just like glaring at me. And so at this point, I'm kind of looking at my friends like, are you seeing? Hello? Like, what's up? We're all kind of laughing, confused. And she starts like pointing at me and telling her friend. And like, again, I don't know what I did to this bitch. So at this point, I kind of just laugh and kind of keep walking. And I hear, hey! And so I turn back around and she's like looking at me like, you come here. She's doing this kind of thing. Like, come over and talk to me. So at this point, I was like, I'm too fucking busy for this. I gotta go eat lunch or something. Like, I'm trying to get out of the park. So I just flipped her off and I walked away. I literally flipped the bird from behind and just started walking, continuing out of the park. I don't know if she kept looking at me. I didn't look back.
Wow.
But literally had a strange lady almost fight me because she thought she was the only person in the world that could have been talked to. And it's like, this is so common. People go there. And you know what I think it is? Disney's upping these prices and they're putting this pressure on people. And now I'm an annual pass holder. I go a lot of the time. So if I don't get something, I'm not heartbroken. But these people that spent thousands of dollars travel across the country to bring their family of 8 there. This is probably the only time they're going to get to right now, or at least for the next set of years. They are going to be up their ass about trying to make sure that they can get everything they want to get done. This is the Disney experience. I have to get my money's worth. And so then people are just absolutely unreasonably rude to cast members, to guests, to everyone.
And it's also probably because she has like a bunch of kids, a stroller and everything. So they're not having a fun time. No. That's funny. The main character syndrome. That's amazing. Beautiful.
For real.
Well, speaking of, obviously Disneyland Haunted Mansion gift shop ridiculed by guests after disastrous reveal. So that's what it looks like. It's a shop.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh,
the aesthetics. So everyone's getting really pissed off because the aesthetics look disgusting. Like they just put up like a stop sign. Basically, it was like, here you go.
It looks like a shack.
Yeah.
It looks like a shed that you store tools in.
Dropped from the sky to land where it did, unconnected to anything surrounding it. And now this seems to be a thing with Disney lately where they just don't give a shit about aesthetics or anything at the parks, correct?
No. I mean, that's why, and I noticed in that picture too, you could just see Tiana's Bayou in the background. It's like, wow, Haunted Mansion sure fits in an area that now extends from New Orleans Square to Bayou Country. Like, I name another part of any Disney park in the world, let alone the California one, that has that much space dedicated to one story. I'm just saying they kind of overkilled it with the Tiana stuff because now Haunted just sits in the middle all awkward. But yeah, I saw the concept art for this gift shop and everything, and I was there last month too, like right before it opened, and we were kind of like peeking behind and looking at it. I had so much more hopes for this. This just looks god-awful. Oh my gosh. You know, you're supposed to be Disney magic. You have all this money that you're raping from people, and then you do this.
You like that shack, Kay?
It's so ugly, man. Why would I travel from another country to go look at that? Like, that's my justification. It's like, come on.
There you go.
Well, here's another one for you guys. Jim Henson's Muppet 3D Vision to close at Disney World. Rock and Roller Coaster gets Muppets re-themed. So goodbye, Jim Henson's 3D Muppets, which I loved. I loved the one in Florida. I still have the pin when I was there from 2001. I'm never getting rid of that pin. And I'm kind of sad about it because like those are fun. Did you ever go to like the Muppet stuff?
No, actually, so I've never been to Disney World. I've never been to Florida. I've never been to Disney World in my life. So this will be something that kind of lived and died without my experience. A couple things I'm really sad about for that in Disney World. Stitch's Great Escape. You know, so many things that they had that I'll never get to see. I know they're going to be getting rid of the It's Tough to Be a Bug Tree of Life show and all that soon. So it's going to be all Zootopia now. Yeah, this I heard a lot of uproar about, and because I'm not a Disney Worlder, I didn't really participate. Personally, I'm excited for Monstropolis. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to all the people.
That hurts my soul. This is the last thing that Jim Henson did. This is the last thing he did.
There's history in it. That's sad. That's devastating. Like, my side-by-side, and I almost tweeted this, but I was like, but I don't know enough about Disney World, so I stayed out of it. But my side-by-side was that here in Disneyland, at the Main Street Station train station, like there's 4 stations. The Main Street one is considered a historical monument, so they will not even add disability ramps. They will not do it. There are stairs only. So if you're disabled, you have to go to a different train station in the park. You cannot get on that one because they refuse to change it because it's a historical monument. But the last thing that Jim Henson worked on, that's not in any way considered
historical.
We need better preservation with this stuff. Now, Blabs, you might get mad at me for this one, but I have to say it. There was that Phantom of the Opera house that was historical, and it got torn down for a Harry Potter thing, and that really upset me.
No, I will say that there definitely needs to be more historical preservation. Like, there's actually a great example. Chris Pratt and his wife tore down like some historical, like what should be historical area, and they flattened it and built their house.
Oh,
So, like, even Chris Pratt, people who are like, oh my god, I love Chris Pratt, even he's dead. I'm like, guys, we probably should start saving these historical places.
Just buy more land. Like, you don't have enough money to just buy more land.
Just
and
Bill
keep
Gates
these parts
it.
preserved,
Just buy more
you know?
land.
Yeah.
At this point, it's historical building. Like, it really upsets me.
no, truthfully. Yeah, no. And there's tons of people right now that are trying to say like, oh, well, you know, it's okay because we got Electric Mayhem at Rock and Roller Coaster. And it's like, are you kidding me? So you're going to get rid of Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster and Jim Henson's Death Project. Cool. Yeah, no, people are thrilled.
It's sad. Hang on, there's a great comment. What was it? And right after they released a documentary about how great Jim Henson was. Oof.
You know that was a cushion.
You're the best. Let's get rid of your legacy. Goodbye. And look, I know that like it's their parks. They can do whatever they want with their land. I'm just saying on a preservation standpoint, like it's a part of history. I really wish that they would be more respectful. But at the end of the day, we can't force them to do anything. All we can do is wish that they cared.
And money talks. So even if it is historical, it'll be like, oh yeah, for how much though? And then they'll just buy it.
Yeah.
Let's be
No,
real.
and it's convenient. Josh DeMero didn't announce this change at D23. He only announced the Monstropolis announcement, which is what's replacing the land. He didn't announce what they're getting rid of until now. Yeah, no one gets to hate Josh.
Nice. Well, there is more Disney news for you. Have you seen the Stitch teaser that was dropped the other day?
I did actually, yeah.
I hate it.
Oh no! I don't.
I hate it. We can't play it because we'll get
Fight,
flagged,
fight,
but
fight.
I fucking hate it.
I actually, okay, I don't hate it. You know why? Because I saw number one, I saw Lilo. Did you see who they picked for Lilo?
No, who is it?
Oh, she's the cutest little thing. Go look her up if you can. She's the cutest little thing. I love her. And she looks like, and she sounds like she was at the Moana 2 premiere. So she was there talking to people. And she was in Lilo's
Was
dress.
that
She was
her?
in
I've
that.
seen her. She was
She
wearing
looks
Lilo's
like
outfit.
Lilo. She
Moana
sounds
2.
like Lilo. She's just cutest little thing ever.
Okay, well, still, that's good casting, but no, why do we need a live action Stitch?
Look, I'm against the live actions as a whole too. I am, but I feel like I'm getting kind of into the point. I'm like numb to it. I'm like, this is the path we're on. This is what we're doing. I'm gonna try to make the best of the worst. And of the best of the worst, I actually don't hate how this one looks. I feel like I'm more mad about How to Train Your Dragon than I am this, because I feel like Toothless was just textured more from his cartoon, whereas this feel like, I can see Stitch's fur and I don't know. I feel like I like it.
Don't you feel like with the live action stuff, it kind of kills the magic though? Like the animation just makes it feel so whimsical and magical and everything. And that's kind of what Disney's about. And then you make something live action, it just feels so visceral and real. And I don't like this movement that we're getting where everything has to look so realistic and I don't know. It just doesn't feel magical anymore.
It was the point. You could see all the expressions through the animation that you wouldn't be able to see in live action or live action CGI and all that. But I do want to point out that everyone's still screaming about the casting of Nani. So do you know the whole controversy?
I heard about it when it first got announced. I haven't heard since.
Yeah, so they're still mad about it. I just wanted to pull it up, showing. So this is Nani, the original Nani, the older sister chat. Yeah. And this is the new chick who's going to be playing her. And she is Hawaiian, but they don't like her because she doesn't look Hawaiian enough is what they're saying. So you can't please these people whatsoever. And these are the same people who defended the Little Mermaid cast change, but now they're mad about this one.
Yeah, and people are gonna say I'm playing devil's advocate over here because I was just screaming about Astrid. But we were talking about hair color, eye color. We've all agreed that Nico Parker would have been good if they had just attempted to make her look like her character, but they didn't. This over here, this looks like Nani. I mean, do you guys remember Hawaii? They can tan. You do know that, right? And Nani, canonically in the movie, works as what is it, like a hula dancer, a server, so many different things. She's out and in the sun. She literally is probably getting tanned all day long. So this is one picture of the girl. I would love to see her when she's actually on the set. Then you can do your bitching. But right now, I think she's great and she's authentically Hawaiian. So
yeah, she actually is. But it's not enough for these people. So it's just ironic that they're like, no, it's not enough. But from one Disney movie to another, did you guys know? And I only just realized this the other day that Moana 2 is now out. It's actually out today. So here it is. I had no idea. Moana 2 is leading Thanksgiving box office, and it could be the best in the post-pandemic era because now we're in a new era, guys. But yeah, I totally forgot about Moana 2. Totally forgot. We was Hawaiian and shit.
Did they even market this movie? I know nothing about it.
Right? I feel like I heard a lot more about the live action of the first one coming out than I did about this one. So they kind of just happened at the same time, and I lost track.
And it's didn't they have to recast? So they want to bring the original voice actress to play Moana main character. And they're like, she's not the right color, mama. And so they recast her. Now that woman's actually as co-producer. And I'm like, that's a slap in the face.
That is.
Yeah, so it is projecting to do at least 200 million is what they're estimating on CNBC.com. So we'll see. I don't really know.
I could see it, not trying to, puff smoke up Disney's ass, but Moana specifically is one of those ones that, Frozen, I think a lot of little kids really attached to it, and it kind of just they're like, I need to watch this episode show. Yeah, and so I had so many kids singing, and the light and the sign and the sky, it follows me, how far I'll go and all that. So it's definitely one of those addicted for little kids ones.
Poor Kay, she's like, my soul has left my body with this talk. But that concludes our Disney. Don't worry, guys.
I'm a gamer, not a Disney person, but it's okay. I love that you guys are excited about it.
Well,
and also angry at the same time.
I'm also gonna say, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Let me hit up some of these snap. Let's go. Is The Witcher 4 going woke? Perhaps we'll get into that a little bit. Potato Radius says, where does Disney and Salvador Dali's short Destino? I've not seen that one. Ranting Ryan says, Blabs, the picture of the boy in the article that you said looks like he's not all there. Am I wrong that he looks like the kid from the original Jumanji after turns into a monkey?
I kind of see it also in that video you showed me. All I was hearing, I don't know if I'm alone in this, I might sound like really retarded, but I kept hearing that frequency of like, don't you know your actions have consequences? Like that meme, like just constantly.
Wow. Grim says, ex-Imagineer here. It's depressing to see what they do to the parks now, but there's a reason most of us left over the last 7 years. Wow, Grim, you're an ex-Disney person? Do you ever want to come on and talk about your experiences? Can you hit me up on
Oh my gosh, please.
Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. I'll bring Mally along. Mercenary says, happy Thanksgiving 1 day early. Enjoy turkey legs. Thank you, Mercenary. You too. And don't eat your own leg, Mercenary. Jagged says, how did they not cast Ving Rams as Cobra Bubbles? Literally the easiest casting practically on a silver platter, and they still screwed it up.
Who did they cast as Cobra Bubble? Oh, I'm gonna go look this up. I didn't even see that one.
I don't know. New York Giants fan says, a day early, but happy Thanksgiving to everybody on stream and all that are watching a day early. But happy Thanksgiving to everybody on stream and all that are watching. Thank you.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. You too. We don't need an LA Lilo and Stitch. I still remember the Twitter freaks attacking the actress of Nani for not being fully Hawaiian, but Astrid and Ariel is black and it's all right. Blackwashing.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Like, these people are insane.
It's the hypocrisy. It's just never satisfying to them at all. They just want to get outraged about it.
Yeah.
Yep. They're stupid. All right, let me see. Did I get all of them? Okay, B. Barrett says, Lava is the best Pixar short. Fight me.
Ooh, Lava's good.
I don't know if I've seen Lava.
It's really cute. It's a little musical short, and it's based in the Moana world, so it's two volcanoes singing to each other.
Interesting.
Really cute. It's actually cute. It sounds cuter. It is cuter than it sounds.
All right. Redneck Guna Maza. Oi, Brabs, did you hear someone let Chris Chan make a baby? I thought it was fake news. Chris Chan should never have a spawn ever.
I heard it was fake news, and he's like, I didn't say that.
I hope it's fake. Anyway, Laura the Reese says, anyone who thinks Trump's tariffs are going to increase the cost of games has no idea how tariffs actually work. Trump merely mentioned a tariff on Mexico and they're closing the border. Cope harder. We shall see. No idea. All right. Thanks, Rumble, on that. Let's move on to Kay's favorite game. Now, what game do you think that is, Kay?
I don't know. I have a lot of favorite games. What are we talking about?
Star Wars Hunters!
No!
Yay, everybody. Star Wars Hunters is now
my-
going to PC.
Okay, it's been on the Switch for a while. It's a hero shooter, and it fucking sucks, everyone. Okay, it is the cringiest thing I've ever seen. It's all quirky dialogue, and there's a droid character, and you know what the droid character's name is? I'm not even joking.
What?
J3DI. What does that spell? Jedi. It's a force-sensitive fucking droid, and it's called Jedi. I hate this game.
Oh, it doesn't look right. What is that? Oh, is this Fortnite?
It's slop. It's like slop on
No,
slop.
that actually looks
on
like
slop.
Fortnite.
That looks like Fortnite. I just said no.
It's slop.
No.
No,
This game
thanks.
puts me in a rage so much.
Gunter says finally, yo, I guess Gunter's the only one who wants this game.
Go play it on the Switch.
Anyway, I don't know if this is actually confirmed or not, but we have more gaming news, and that is Palworld is going to be collaborating with Terraria in 2025. Does this excite you, Mally?
Unexpected crossover. I actually never played Palworld. I had so many people telling me to play it, and I've also never played Terraria.
Yeah, I've never played. Is it Terraria or Terraria? I'm stupid.
I think it's Terraria.
Terraria.
Okay, I've never played Terraria.
I would be down. So this is Terraria.
This is like a meeting of two minds of like great indie games together. So people are going to be really excited about this. It's for those people that love crafting stuff. Not my genre, but like this is huge news. I think this is really exciting for people.
Yeah.
No,
especially
this
with the
actually might make
lawsuit.
me try it. Like, I like the concept of those games. I've just never played them.
I like Palworld. I haven't played it in months though. Like I played like the first like month it came out, but I got tired of constantly having to like start over if you join somebody else's like world or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I just spent all this time here and I gotta redo it. So that really was a turn off. I think they might have fixed that now. I'm not sure. I haven't played since. But I think this is great news. I'm for it. Why not? More crossovers the better.
Yeah.
But I also gave Mally and Kay more homework chat. I was like, can you guys bring your PlayStation 2 games to show and tell today? Because obviously we know 30 years of PlayStation happened a couple weeks ago. But now it's been announced that the PlayStation 2 has sold over 160 million consoles worldwide.
Woo.
That is fan-fucking-tastic. Kay.
You know why they posted this, right, guys? This is a
Do
flex
tell.
on Nintendo. So this is still the best-selling console of all time, but the Switch has been creeping up. I think the Switch is at like 145 million or something like that. So this is their way of saying Sony's still on top, baby.
Oh, this Nintendo DS, Nintendo
Yeah.
Switch.
If you're going just like actual, because the DS is portable, so people always debate whether or not that counts. Technically, the DS is second, so it's still a Nintendo spot. But yeah, actual like home console, the Switch at 145, 146. So they're not that far behind. I think the Switch could maybe surpass, but this is totally a Sony move to be like, hey guys, look, we're still on top. We have the best-selling console ever.
Yeah, just a reminder for you.
Yeah, no big deal. Just
Yeah.
It's still pretty great to hear that the PlayStation 2, after all this time, has done amazing. But it is time for show and tell. Kay, you're up first.
All
What do you
right.
got?
You're gonna have my gamertism going, guys. DOA 2, the best fighter ever, in my opinion. I know it's not everyone's favorite fighter, but I love Dead or Alive, and Hardcore was beautiful. I love it. It's amazing. Of course, this was also my Devil May Cry machine. Who doesn't love Dante? Let's go. Dunkey, fuck you. Sopranos Road to Respect was actually a good game, and thank you for slandering this game and making me pick it up. It was amazing, and it has like cutscenes and like voice acting from the original like people from the show. This was a really good game, and I hate Dunkey. I love Dunkey actually, but I hate him for insulting this game. I know there's a lot of Grand Theft Autos, but for me, Vice City is peak. I love this game. The aesthetic was perfect. Beautiful. Mwah. I have to bring up Final Fantasy X because of course I do. This is my favorite Final Fantasy. I know 7 is considered the better one. I love Final Fantasy X, and guys, yes, I did like 10 too, but I didn't pull it out because I know that will enrage everyone. I did like the early 2000s cheesy 10 too that ruined everything. Wrestling fans out there, shut your mouth, and of course...
Wait, there's a game called Shut Your Mouth? Oh my God.
Of course there is. And here comes the pain, baby. The PS2 was like amazing for wrestling, and it was actually one of the main drivers for me even buying a PS2 because it was good. Almost done here. Of course, this was mentioned on the show recently, but I do have a copy of BMX Triple X, baby. You can't stream this thing. It's got full-on titty, but goddamn, it's a good game. Three more. Manhunt, Violent, caused lots of things by storm in the gaming industry. This game is fucking cool. Odin Sphere, Vanillaware, this is my favorite game from them, but they do a lot of good stuff, Unicorn Overlord being their most recent one. And I have to mention Ace Combat because it's anime and flight sim, and I love it all.
Wow.
That's it.
Nice. That's a nice haul. I sadly don't have a single PlayStation 2 game because I only ever had PlayStation 1, so I'm a cool kid. But chat, let me know all the games that you have or your favorite PlayStation 2 games. And now, Mally, what is in your tub?
I'm like in the middle of picking because I was seeing you pull them out, and I'm like, I gotta organize because y'all. This is what I'm dealing with, okay?
That's
There
amazing.
are at least 70 games in here, and yes, they are all non-scratched and still work, but okay, I picked a few. Blabs, this one's for you.
Yes!
I had the real ones. I think, Chamber of Secrets and Prisoner of Azkaban for these ones. So these were cool. They were kind of difficult to play on the PS2, but really cool.
They were good.
These are games that, if you're wondering why I did this, by the way, we have a lot of movie cases, so we did this 2 hours a while ago. But anyways, these are some of my games that I would go play again, like when I was getting a little bit older, a little bit more into competitive games. My dad introduced me to these. Smuggler's Run was our shit. This is my favorite thing ever. I'm into all the Lego games, but I think I got started on Star Wars Lego. This is everything, yeah. Midway Arcade Treasures. I love this. This got me because arcades weren't as popular when I was a kid. You know, you can't just go down the street and put a nickel in the machine anymore. And so this was how I got my fix on classic arcade games. And this is how my dad got me introduced to things like Joust and Gauntlet and Defender and Paperboy and all that stuff. So I love that. And then, of course, another real Gauntlet, because gotta. And then as far as like
so
my
good.
personal ones that I really liked to play on rep, I loved Tony Hawk Pro Skaters. I know that they're going to be doing another one. I loved this.
Will you be getting the new one?
SSX, because I love snowboarding and the skateboarding, so I just thought that those were really cool. Don't come for me, but yeah, I'm a roller coaster builder. I love these. This isn't Tycoon, but this one, the specific one, is my favorite because the people can go on protest and stuff, and it made it funny to piss them off. Yeah.
We can protest. Very progressive.
Right? And then again, I have more, but this is going to be my last of my show and tell is Simpsons. I love Simpsons Road Rage, and then I got into Hit and Run from Road Rage, but I think I played a lot more Road Rage, just had these maps memorized. I could take every shortcut, everything, and just, yeah, these brought me a lot of joy in my childhood.
Nice. Just got a whole tub full.
Great haul. Oh my god. Now I will say you are gonna hurt some souls that you got rid of the plastic boxes. And I felt that a little bit when I saw it. I was like, I get it. Look, the collection consumes me. I get it. My whole house is games. You're not even seeing my whole collection on screen.
No, yeah.
It hurts the soul a little bit. But I get
it.
And
I'm sorry I left out some of my core favorites. So just honorary shout outs to Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot, and Ratchet and Clank.
I love Crash.
Yes.
Crash on the PlayStation 1. I freaking love that one. Did they make it for PlayStation 2 also?
Yes, they did.
Look at that
Is
Crash,
it the exact
baby.
same one, or just ported for PlayStation 2?
Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex.
I think that's the exact same one. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But that's awesome. I loved Crash Bash as a kid. Anyway, chat, let us know your favorite PlayStation 2 games in honor of the 160 million consoles sold worldwide. But I did see something interesting. I wanted to mention that. Do you people consider Switch a handheld console?
I was gonna dive into that.
Let's hear it. I want to hear the dive.
I was like, because you were mentioning earlier that it's like Switch is, creeping up on PlayStation's numbers of sold. And I was like, that's really interesting. But I think that PlayStation's number means so much more. I mean, this right here is my original PlayStation 2. It still works. And I think we've only ever had to get one to replace it from 2005 to 2010. That is still from 2010. And it doesn't bail on me. My Nintendo Switch is barely 5 years old, and I might have to get a new one. These things are so much less, I think, strong. They handle less strong games, less powerful games, PlayStation can just handle more. Now I have a PS5 here. If I can get any games on my PS5 over my Switch, I'm going to. I regret not getting some of them on PlayStation when I figured out that they were on both. I feel like Switch is gonna have a lot of sold, but it's because people probably need to continue buying them in order to keep using it, whereas PlayStation holds its ground, baby.
PlayStation's interesting to me too because, of course, we had the red ring during that time. Everyone knows about that, but the PS2 did have issues as well that we memory hole with the DVD player breaking down and stuff like that. So I have gone through a few PS2s, but it was a lot easier to fix them. So I feel like it didn't get the same buzz and anger as the 360 did. In terms of the Switch being a portable console, now I guess it depends who you talk to. For me, I consider it a home console. I don't use it portable much at all. I think you're going to see a lot of sales with the Switch because it is portable and there's people in their house that have multiple, so you can watch television and have your 3 kids each playing on their Switch. So that's why I do think the Switch is going to end up maybe beating the PS2 number, maybe, depending on when they announce the next system. But I don't consider it a portable system necessarily because so many people do play it as well on their TV. Yeah. But I have respect for the PS2. I've always said, guys, we might be upset with how the industry is going sometimes, but the PS2 alone, you can just stay busy with that forever. You don't need to play modern games if you're sick of how the industry is going. Now, I, of course, still love to play some modern games. I support indie stuff like that. But if you're just sick of how all this shit is going, just play your PS2 library forever. It will keep you busy.
Oh yeah, and there's what's it called, Nim's Lair or whatever. I keep calling it Nim's Island, but Nim's Lair for emulation with all the old games that you would have issues playing nowadays because you have to buy the old console, the old game, the old controller, where you can just emulate. It's a beautiful, wonderful thing. All right, let me hit up some supers. Still have Silent Hill 2, 3, and 4. 1 is MIA. X-Men Legends 2, both SmackDown, HTTP, and SYM, and all of the Kratos games, and Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Nice. Taka says Dragon Quest 8 is one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games. Honorary shout out to Hack Infection.
Oh yeah, those games are cool.
Favorite PlayStation 2 games: Onimusha, NFL Street, Soul Calibur, Tekken, Samurai Warriors, and Killzone. Screw you, Guerrilla Games. Wow.
Okay, can I throw... Soul Calibur was mentioned, and that's like my second favorite fighter. May I throw out a question to chat? Have you guys played Soul Calibur? Are you Soul Calibur fans?
Not me,
Two of
no.
you? Okay, so I was having this discussion yesterday because I was I was enjoying the fact that you can play Link in Soul Calibur 2 and you can make him smack Ivy's ass. It's just like the most hilarious thing ever. I love it so much. But I have to ask everyone, which system did you buy Soul Calibur on, like Soul Calibur 2? Were you the PS2 Hayachi person? Were you the GameCube Link person? Or were you the Xbox Spawn person? What was your preferred choice? I struggle because I love Spawn so much as well as being a Nintendo simp, so I actually kind of like the original Xbox version the most, but I'm curious. I want to hear from chat.
Chat's telling you, all right? Both PlayStation 2, GameCube. Wow.
Oh,
all right. Mercenary says the Final Fantasy X -2 equals Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Edition.
I love it so much. It's just like girls having fun and they got pop music blasting. It's like my guilty pleasure game. Look, it ruins the story for Final Fantasy X completely and like girl bosses to shit, but at the same time, it's such a fun gameplay loop and I just love the energy around it. It's like watching like a Christina Aguilera Britney Spears concert. It's the woman in me that gets excited. I know it's cringe. I'm allowed to be a woman sometimes. That's my game to be a woman with.
David says, fun fact, the PlayStation 2 was only officially released in Brazil on October 15th, 2009. Gray market ruled here in the 2000s. I personally never saw a legit copy of a PlayStation 2 game until I was a grown man. Well, fascinating. Interesting. Wow. Angela gifted a membership. Thank you so much, Angela. If you got it, please say thank you. Corey says, PlayStation 3 for me. PlayStation 2 is too old and dated.
Oh,
bless my heart, my soul.
I know.
Lucifer says JFC and Mally knows her S. Respect.
Yeah, it was quite a beautiful collection you've got there. Like,
yeah, she's got a tub, bro.
Really, it's shout out to Dad Mouse. He trained me well. He got me in on poker and video games at a very young age.
Based. We love Dad Mouse. There you go.
Mercenary says Jack and Daxter, chiefs to kiss woman of culture. Thank you. Rod says Spider-Man 2, Onimusha, FFX, Siren, Silent Hill 2. I'm guessing that's SH2. Yeah, Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Thank you. And then Nova says, I have Xenosaga 1, 2, and 3, and I will never let them go. Don't ever let them go, Jack. B. Barrett
expensive
says,
now.
Yeah, bad news for Nintendo. Sony had 3 million mail-in sales for PlayStation 2 at 3 a.m.
We found several stores that didn't report all the numbers back then. We have to add them. Quick! Why are people walking with crates of PS2s and receipts at like 3 in the morning? That's weird.
Unmarked cars.
Omnistone says, please, someone needs to remaster Jack 2 and 3. I'd be in heaven. Hi, Mouse with the mouth. Hi. Market Reality says, Nerd Crush Overlord. All the pretty ladies. Simmer on down, Market Reality. But thanks for being here. Michael says, Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy was my go-to PlayStation 2.
I love that game so much. Like it's David
over here. I love
it's
it.
David Cage like cringe to the best degree. And they had a Theory of a Dead Man soundtrack. And like it started off super creepy and cool, and I was like, whoa, I'm invested. And then it just like went balls to the walls crazy. Like this game is amazing.
Taker says Switch is a mobile gaming system and Nintendo's a mobile gaming company. Just because you can plug your laptop into a monitor doesn't make it a desktop.
That's fair. I feel like that's kind of how I interpret mine, because I have Switch docks all over the house, but I never leave the house with my Switch. I just play at different TVs, which is way easier, than a console. But yeah, I see it.
Right, and Taker says, I still own and play my PlayStation 2 Slim and my PS1 and PS2 games. Nice. The only PlayStation 1 games I have left, all of them got like like donate to charity on my Harry Potter ones. I didn't part with those. I'm like, never. So, yeah.
Good idea.
Anyway, Spoon Ninja for Dawes says, what? No twink and a redhead? No, not today. You're welcome. Mally's like scarred. Please no.
Yeah.
Mallie, you know the twink and the redhead, right?
What on earth are you
Oh
saying?
no!
What is that? Bro, it's like a horror film coming at me. What's happening? Yeah, I'm with you. This is really creepy. I don't like it.
Woo, okay, anyway, look, man.
You're traumatizing the help. What are you doing?
Anyway, don't worry, chat. It's all gone. Okay, let's move on to one of our leads today. Have you guys ever played a Witcher game?
No.
Yes, I haven't beat it yet because it's one of those games I want to reminisce. And I feel like we keep talking about games this 5 days I've been on that I'm like, I don't want to finish it because I'm loving it. Witcher 3 is one of them where I have not fully beat it because I love all the side quests in it. It's a world that I just want to live in forever. So I do love Witcher, but I'm not like the Witcher expert because I purposely haven't beat it yet.
Okay. Well, are you excited for Witcher 4, which has now entered full-scale production?
I was kind of interested in it. Now, I mean, I've heard, I don't know because I don't know spoilers, but that it might not make sense for Geralt to be in there. But again, chat will know better than me. So I don't know if I'd be interested or not, but I would check it out. I mean, I love 3, so hopefully the gameplay loop is similar.
Well, the senior experience designer at CD Projekt Red has a few words for people questioning this game. And we're gonna show you the Twitter thread. So here it is. Let me full screen this shit for you guys. So this comes from IGN. It says The Witcher has entered full-scale production. Then this person, who I don't actually know, Raven Rainfall, who, by the way, just pointing out, says woman gamer in her bio. So she says, I'm not excited over it, and the Witcher series is one of my favorite game series. CD Projekt Red is too deep in DEI and ESG bullshit. And lo and behold, Max, who again is a senior experience designer, so he's working on this, assuming he's working on this, I'm gonna 100% guess he is. He goes on and responds with a cover in the face and a clown emote to this person in question in the DEI stuff. Isn't that really nice for someone working on a game and making fun of their potential customer on Twitter?
Yeah, it's super mature and professional, and sounds like he really cares about his audience.
Yes.
You're so cringe, bro. You're getting triggered by a random person saying they're maybe not excited for your game. Like, it hurts your soul that badly. CD Projekt Red not doing well enough that you, like, actually care about, like, a few people's comments. And it's a very valid concern. I mean, we've reported on this channel about all of their, like, period leave stuff and everything. Like, there's a lot of stuff that CD Projekt... Like, look, guys... There are companies that we can love. I used to love BioWare so much, but people change over time. Their priorities change over time. It's not the same teams anymore. CD Projekt Red may have made a great game with Witcher 3, and I do want to be excited for Witcher 4, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of new people in there, and they might not necessarily have the same philosophy as those great games before, so...
Yeah, so let's continue about this beautiful thread. So Raven, who, is the original person saying, I'm not excited, she responds back saying, wow, that's very professional of you. You know I'm a customer and more than that, a fan of the Witcher series, and you're a senior experience designer for CD Projekt Red. Are you sexist too? Telling a woman to shut up and calling her a clown? Because to be fair, it's very hard to interpret what he's saying with these emotes. Is he like laughing like, haha, you're such an idiot? Is he telling her like, shut up, clown? Yeah. So to be fair, she is questioning. And he immediately just goes with immediate allegations along with misinterpreting. Just wow. Clap, clap.
Well, maybe if you used your big boy words and not emojis like a 2-year-old, then we would know what you're saying. But you're not brave enough to talk like that, are you?
No.
He's trying to dance around it and doing the just wow clap. Like, that's not the cringiest fucking thing ever and totally reinforces what it seems like you're saying.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Know you're wrong without telling me.
Exactly. Yeah. And then somebody else chimes in. This is Chaotic Nerd. Oh, apparently he follows me. Hello, Chaotic Nerd. He says, I mean, they aren't allegations at this point. And behavior like this post only proves we are correct. From your perspective and the companies, you should have just kept quiet. And this is true because, like, you shouldn't have responded to this person in the first place. She's just voicing her opinion. And yet the fact is, she even has in her bio, woman gamer. And it basically sounds like he's telling a woman to shut up in 2024. Not very progressive, is it?
Yeah.
But then he goes on, because now he's responding to this person. He says, I'm sorry, I'm not going to engage in this conversation further. No matter what I say, it will be misinterpreted to prove whatever point you'd like to prove. Assuming that everyone should immediately know one's gender on the web and make an attack based on that is simply wrong.
You didn't say anything! You used emojis!
Yes.
Oh my god, this is so cringe. He fell like a turtle on his back. Oh my god, no, I'm the victim in this. What do you mean? And how was I supposed to know? No, I'm not attacking a woman. Don't worry. Guys, please, no. No, I don't mean to attack a woman. If it was a guy, listen, if it was a guy that ended up making that original tweet, you wouldn't have even gotten that response where it's like, how do I know the gender and blah, blah, blah? Because these people always assume it's a white male that has an issue with it. Hello, no, it's not. Brown woman here. I hate fucking using this card, but I'm going to right now. Guess what? I have a problem with all this DEI cringe shit too, bro. So I get called a white male every fucking day just because I have an issue with all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking annoying.
Oh my gosh.
And like, he could have just taken the time to look at this person's bio and be like, okay, what are you on about? Like, are you just having concerns? Are you like some troll? Whatever. No, you immediately reply back. You look like a fool. And now people are questioning whether this entire Witcher 4 will have a shit ton of DEI in it. Because when someone's questioning it and you're going, oh, clown face, it's like, well, what are you inferring here? Like, yeah, we're going to have a bunch of it, or like, you're just stupid.
Yeah, because only the DEI dictators in the gaming industry laugh excitedly about the opportunity to ruin a game for someone else.
Exactly.
Real game developers are excited to bring something to the fans and would answer any question like that, any concern like that with excitement and with care. Would be like, oh, no, this and that. They would explain it. But to laugh, that screams DEI.
And a reminder, like Melee K had just said, they have this entire thing at CD Projekt Red. We're proud to receive the Diversity Charter Award for our menstrual leave benefit, which, Mally, did you know about this? Because it's a whole rabbit hole. It's basically like menstrual leave for women on periods or anyone who identifies as a woman. Yeah, if you don't feel well because you have your period, you can just go home, chief.
Oh.
And they won an award for that. Yay.
They were like patting themselves on the back. They were so proud of themselves.
And it's
like,
all
come
white
on.
women, not even diverse. Ironic.
Wow.
They
Let's
played
hope
themselves.
let's hope they're all real women, first of all. Like,
I'm assuming. I feel like
they're passing right now, but I would only hope.
yeah, I'm assuming they all are. But like, I'm just saying, like, they're like, oh, we're about, diversity, equity, inclusion. They have it like right here, and yet it's all white women also. They're doing a great job. Anyway, yeah, this is the production team of Witcher 4.
It's just like so backwards. I know we've hashed out this conversation with the menstrual leave before, but it's like so backwards because then what is the incentive for the company to then hire women when they know those women are going to like take more time off because they have this incentive?
It's very
So you're actually
expensive.
making it more difficult to have women in the workforce because naturally you're going to want men who don't have this issue, who don't take this extra time off.
No,
Like,
that's a
when
really good point.
When it boils down to money, that's what it's going to be at the end of the day. It's all fun and games until you're losing so much money that you have to start cutting programs again.
Yeah. Here in California, there's so many laws against even discussing maternity leave. And so for finance departments here in this state, it is hell. You get a woman who's very obviously pregnant. She'll do the announcement, whatever. And so she's pregnant. Maternity leave's coming up. You're not allowed to ask anything about that. Even as the fucking finance people, you're not allowed to be like, hey, so like, just to prepare, do we maybe need to hire somebody to replace you or fill your space? No. You're not allowed to ask any of that because that's discrimination and that's pressuring them into coming back sooner than they should. That's making them feel like their job isn't going to be available anymore. So you're literally just supposed to be down a person or people while these women are out taking as much time as they want. And now we're supposed to do this on a monthly basis? What? Because of your biology designed to... Yeah, okay, nope.
Now, will they let men pretend to be women with periods? That's the
Well,
real
they have to
question.
because that's what the whole thing was for. It was all inclusive, so they have to.
So if you're a man at CD Projekt Red, why wouldn't you take advantage of that? Oh, I've got cramps. It was Taco Bell, but I'm gonna pretend that I'm on my period. Like,
Yeah.
it's so fucking.
That's what they
dumb.
do for like all these like conventions where like they want to hire women, right? It's like women or women like aligned. Like you feel like a woman. It's like, okay, so all these men can just go and assume and like pretend that they're women for the day, and then maybe they get the job. That's it. So yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic. Is anybody here excited for the video game Avowed?
No, I love Obsidian, but again, another company that I used to love that's just gone so far downhill. Shout out KOTOR 2. I love you, but no, Avowed's not it.
So real fast, this is just a quick hit because it made me laugh. The Steam tags for Avowed are LGBTQ+, political, and politics. That made me laugh. So I was like,
Wow.
What is this in gaming? This day in gaming?
We're gay before we're an RPG, which is like the whole point of these fucking tags is to tell me what kind of game I'm playing. Thank you. I really care that it's a political gay game. No, I want to know what kind of game it is.
Politics? Are they finally willing to admit that being gay is part of politics?
Ooh.
I think that that's finally a discussion we're ready to have.
It's just, that's hilarious. So yeah.
They pretty much are admitting it at this point with this shit.
true.
Like, seriously.
All right, and another quick hit before we get on to Amazon and their hilarious hypocrisy. Did you guys know that Riot Games are offering a 100K bounty to expose hacker in League of Legends and Valorant? So chat, if there are any hackers amongst you, now is your time to use those skills for use and get $100,000, okay? Okay, good.
That's a big reward.
Yeah, right. Get those hackers in. Get your shit together.
That's smart.
Anyway.
They're going to save a lot of money in the long run because
Yep.
they'll be able to fix those exploits before they really make them bleed.
Exactly. It's fantastic. So, all right, let's get to the big old story of today, which is coming from Amazon Studios founder. And ironically, what he's saying is true, but it's just very hypocritical that's coming from Amazon themselves. So this comes from Bounding to Comics. So we have to understand that Bounding to Comics, all these articles, they do have a bit of a biasy one way or another. And this one says Amazon Studios founder criticizes Hollywood's turn to ideology over entertainment. Making customers the enemy of your industry is never viable. Isn't that ironic coming from, the creators of Homeland, like The Boys and everything? Just a bit ironic. So the first bit of this
I should
article,
state, by the way, that this person is no longer with Amazon. So they did leave before The Boys.
Correct. Yes.
But it is still ironic.
Yes,
It's completely an ironic story.
Yes. So the first bit of this article is about how this former employee of Amazon had a whole Me Too movement against him. Like, he's a male. Some woman accused him of harassment and everything, and he's no longer there. He works somewhere else now. He basically started his own company. However, there's more to it, where he starts saying, in light of his firsthand experience with Hollywood activist leanings, Price, who is the man in question we're talking about, says, took to his aforementioned Substacks blog on November 13th to share his thoughts regarding the self-defeating similarities seen in both the entertainment industry and Harris's presidential campaign. Now, I'm going to zoom in for you guys because I realize that's very small. Boop, boop. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that. All right, see, so he says, both Hollywood and Harris speak to an America that exists mainly in Hollywood HR departments, Columbia's faculty lounge, and at CNN and MSNBC, and America's changing the channel on all of that. To this, Price argued that the main flaw exhibited by both entities was their underlying contempt for the audience. And here's where it gets very interesting. He says, wokeness, both in politics and entertainment, carries with it a strong and explicit element of hostility, particularly toward white people and men. While this approach initially gained a compliance through social pressure and corporate acquiescence a few years ago, such accommodations were, of course, temporary. Amongst the people in the courtrooms, by 2024, wokeness has become toxic. To a large part of the audience, it is an embarrassing, widely resented relic of the past, and the people need to see that acknowledged by candidates. Isn't that ironic coming from someone from Amazon?
Interesting.
And then
The
he
owners
go.
of
Sorry, what?
The owners of Twitch, just saying.
Yes,
you know.
exactly. And then there's more to this. He says, why did Hollywood people embrace wokeness with such fervor? He asks. For most people, it is conformity. Hiring decisions are subjective in Hollywood, so there is always pressure to conform. In addition, at this point, some people believe that if not for wokeness, they would not have their jobs. They're probably right about that. Isn't that interesting? Just how?
Wow, I'm like shocked this is coming off an Amazon page.
Right? Hollywood is having a difficult time partly because, like Kamala Harris, it has been denying the reality of the audience. It has not been meeting customer expectations, mostly because it disdains them. It is time to focus on doing well, making great shows, hiring the best people, and responding to customers. Meeting customers where they are, giving the people what they want, because making customers the enemy of your industry is never viable. And then he concludes saying Hollywood should make more fun movies and pursue excellence without restraint. Isn't that just like fucking fantastic? Like, what a novel idea. That's the best way to say it.
It's rocket science. Oh my god, we figured it out, guys. We just have to make things good and not worry about all this bullshit.
Yeah.
So, but the ironic part about this, that he comes from Amazon. He no longer works at Amazon, but let's go to our favorite VTuber, Kirsche. And she says, funny to see a founder at Amazon Studios criticizing Hollywood's ideological capture when Amazon is a huge perpetrator of the same ideology. Slides. And then he says, slides are from AWS, First Inclusion Playbook from December 2023. And she goes on and says, Amazon was an early adapter of changing DEI language to sound more palpable with inclusion and belonging. And the change of DEI officer titles to things like inclusion ambassador and builder. So they're changing the words so people don't understand. And then she says, they also discuss how AI and ML can only reach full potential with DEI embedded into them, part of reducing unconscious bias. So here they are. Look at that. Inclusion commitments. A pledge for inclusion. This is Amazon, everybody. We have ambassadors for inclusion, ambassadors for builders, ambassadors for customers, ambassadors for communities. You see all this language used? Ironic, isn't it?
It's just the inclusion shit's so annoying because it's just including people that follow your ideology, so it's not actually inclusion at all. It's quite the opposite. You're actually alienating most people with these inclusion programs. So I always find it funny that they try to use these words and make them sound soft and beautiful. And like, we're just including everyone. Isn't this common sense? Of course, we just want to like make sure everyone feels welcome and we're not like feeding into stereotypes and all this bullshit. But meanwhile, you're actually just like, you're completely alienating and being aggressive towards everyone who doesn't fit into your little bucket of your ideology. It's fucking disgusting.
It is. And someone pointed this out, and I think this is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious, considering some of the modernized abominations Amazon is responsible for. And it's true. So this is Elves in Lord of the Rings 2001, Elves in Rings of Power 2024. The costumes, the acting, the random ass culture change. Yeah. You gotta wonder where all those
the purpose of that too. It's like they're needlessly inventing a problem out of nothing. Like we have to have diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, when were we not diverse? Equity stupid, and when were we not including people? Like, how about equality? How about representing things the way that they actually are, instead of trying to force it in?
And actually been gradually excluding people more and more. It's actually been going in the opposite direction.
It literally is. It's counteracting itself.
Because if you think about it, if they included all these people, let's just use the Rings of Power, which just going to be applied to many other IPs of today's modern era. Where did all these people go? Because this takes place before the 2001 story. So where did they all go? Did they all die?
Wow.
Did they all get murdered? Every single ethnic one? DEI hire just murdered before Lord of the Rings 2001.
Rings of Power is not real to me. It doesn't exist in this household. I just want to make that clear. And yeah, the black elf thing just like hurts my soul. It's so retarded.
Yes. So there you go, guys. There's your Amazon hypocrisy that, yes, this person is correct, but it's just ironic that he's saying it. I don't know, maybe he's just trying to say it for all the right buzzwords, or perhaps the whole Me Too movement that he experienced with the whole harassment when he says it wasn't changed his tune. Who knows? But either way, shout
Or maybe
out
it's becoming
Bryce.
popular. I'm seeing, I mean, Walmart just announced that they're going to stop doing stuff. All these things. Maybe everybody's going, oh, this is what's trending right now. Okay, I'll go back to it, you know.
But the
Well,
thing
they
is,
see the tide turning. That's the whole thing, right?
they see
Sorry.
it, but they also see it changing too. Like Kirsche was saying how like a lot of things are being switched from DEI to bridge, which people don't know about also. So it's all change of vocabulary. So we're not gonna do DEI anymore, but meanwhile they're gonna do bridge instead, which is even worse. So fun facts. But anyway, any concluding thoughts on the whole Amazon love, Mally?
Oh, gosh. I want Twitch to die, and I hope Amazon does eventually with it.
All right, you heard it here first. Death to Twitch. All right, let me hit up some supers. Okay. Spoon Ninja for $1 says, better to be an idiot and keep your mouth closed than open it and let everyone know. Thank you. Then Spoon Ninja says, what, don't trans men masturbate? Sorry, I mean person straight. Haha. And then Felstef for $1 says, just popped in while working to wish everyone a side scrolls a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Happy and safe Thanksgiving to you too. Thank you for watching. All right, let me find the rumbles. It keeps moving on me. Okay. I think I'm caught up on a rumble. Yes. Okie dokies. Supers. And by the way, guys, a reminder, I do not have access to direct donations. Craig sucks. We'll read it all on Friday. Thank you. Okay, Reggie says, every time you make a remake, people only compare it to the original. If you can't make it better, don't do it.
Let IPs die. Like, just let them have their day in the sun and then move on and make new products. The problem is that everything is a remake or a remaster now. And then you have this thing of like, we just have to keep renewing it because we're not going to create original ideas. People won't buy that. And it's like, well, make good ideas. People will buy them. But you're not making anything good and creative. You're so worried about all this diversity inclusion bullshit that you can't make anything good anymore.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Can Mally play Michelle Obama? It would be too offensive to burly and ugly women.
Oh, honey, I'm not the right gender for that.
No, because I'm pretty sure Michelle has. Where are you, Malik? I need you.
Dick.
There you go, Michelle.
Yep, there you go. It's Mike Obama, guys. I wouldn't be the right.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be right of me.
By the way, that's Obama's brother. You know that, right?
Dick.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
That's Obama's brother. He doesn't.
Legitimate? Wait, is that the one that's come out and spoken out against him?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, I did know that. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
His name's Malik. And he's like, we don't know if Michelle has a dick. It's beautiful. Anyway, Flickerbox says, when you start learning about systems, everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it out to everyone all the time. Sarkeesian. Ugh.
I can't stand it, Sarkeesian.
No. Mojo on Rumble says, happy Thanksgiving. Blabs, wash your ass. Thank you, I will. Josh says, Joe Biden was in Parks and Rec. Gear says, and I'm tired of these social media alternatives. What's the point for packing up my own darn computer with these things as an expiration date? Bike Short Senpai, Latina breeder, says, Santa kidnaps pet octopus. No, he brings him back. Flame says, Melee Games for the win. Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Mark says, is The Witcher 4 going well? Perhaps.
Signs point to yes.
Yeah. Melee K loved your Leon Kennedy x Ada Wong fanfic. Literally cried when Leon said those residents sure are evil. Your words saved me. You want to clarify on that? On your beautiful words of wisdom?
It's fake news, but that got me. That was really good.
Mercenary, I will if I'm chained up in the same room as Druckmann, okay?
No one wants to be in the room with Cuckman, let's be real.
No.
Listen to me yell about Cuckman yesterday. I'm not going to do it again today.
That's right. And wash your ass. Anyway, Mercenary says there was a Force-sensitive droid in the comics. It was the one that blew up when Uncle Ben was buying C-3PO and R2. It was done far better than that.
Was it named J3DI?
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
I hate it.
Blobs and K, I think you would like this show. Common Rider. Long story short, it's Power Rangers before they even existed. The only difference is that there's one protagonist per season and the stories are much better. Thank you very much, everyone.
I'm so in. I love Power Rangers. I'm really excited for Rita's Rewind on December 10th. I'm going to be playing the shit out of that. So I'm going to check out Common Rider.
There you go. Mr. Hardcore says Rogue Galaxy in the Star Ocean till the end of time. Gregory says, favorite PlayStation 2 for me is FFX, Star Chronicle, and Rogue Galaxy. Thank you. Still Got Time, Crisis 2, and Vampire Knight. I miss arcade shooters. Double Rai says, for those who sail, PlayStation 2 has a lot of awesome unreleased games that are translated, like Tales of Destiny 1 Remake on PlayStation 2. Now, when you mean unreleased games, do you mean like they were released in Japan only?
Well, there's a lot of games, that were Japan only that you can find on the PS2. So,
Okay, cool.
Zachary says, my OG PlayStation 2 Fat was killed by tens of thousands of hours of gaming, so replaced it with the Silver Slam in 2010. Classic Star Wars Battlefront forever.
Nice.
I like how you call this PlayStation 2 Fat. That's hilarious. My fat one.
It is fat.
It is fat.
Yeah, I know. I love that. This one's fat and this is my
You
slim.
fat
My-
PS2.
my fat and my
Lose some
slim.
weight.
Shane says confirmation that Sly 2 and Sly 3, as well as Jack Series on PlayStation 2, are coming to PlayStation 5 next month on PlayStation Premium. They are priced at £7 British or $9.99. Thank you very much.
The Jack series is already on PS5. Go get it.
Yeah. GOG is having a Black Friday sale right now. DRM free games, old and new for cheap. Roller Coaster Tycoon bundle for $12.50. Blabs. Ooh, I might have to murder some people. Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I thought you meant murder people for $12.50. I'm like, what?
Listen. No, actually, I just got gifted Black Ops 6. So shout out to the person who gifted to me on Throne. Thank you. Joey Bag of Donuts for $4.99 says, don't worry, Melee K. I'm sure the fanfic will blow over on the same time Disprew's lesbian haircut does. Disprew will never get rid of his lesbian haircut. Therefore, the fanfic will never go away.
Damn it, my life.
Taker says the PlayStation 2 Slim might be the smallest game console ever made. It has 6-inch by 9-inch footprint and is only about an inch high. Thank you for that. Skyford the Strange says they didn't give us diversity. They just made diversity cringe. Never let them do us favors. Yes. And Blaze says, what wants to solve the problem? Stop focusing on equality. Start focusing on fairness. Fairness equals meritocracy, not mediocrity. Meritocracy, while equality equals socialism and communism. Yes, thank you, Blaze.
I like that.
And Blake Short says, Obama has a brother? Yeah, his name is Malik. Where is he? I need him again. Malik.
Dick.
Thanks, man. Always coming in clutch.
So fast.
A dick. All right, I think I am all caught up with everybody. Reminder, I cannot see direct donations. Oh, Critical Orc says, if we can't make Henry Cavill gay, then we'll make his source material gay. With pronouns in the character creator. That's right. Thank you
That man
very much.
deserves better. Henry Cavill, give him good projects.
He's so beautiful. Anyway, it's fine. Melee K, where can they find you?
Well, I'm Melee K, one half of Melee Games. You can find us all over the internet at Melee Games. And yeah, we play a lot of video games. We talk about them sometimes. It's a good time.
Yes, and shout out to Kay for helping me the last 5 shows. She's been a stud with the timestamp, saving my ass for when I make the videos later. And Molly, where can the people find you?
Well, if you guys want to see more of me today, I will be live in about an hour right now on Rumble and Locals. And if you want to see more of my fun stuff, then you can follow me over on X or on Instagram.
There you go. And as for me, you can find me on YouTube's and everything else, the same shit. All of our links are in the description below, guys. Just so you know. People are like, you have a YouTube? But I was like, yes, I do. Okay, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone tomorrow. I hope it's nice and safe. Please do not burn your house down. If you are going to fry your turkey or whatever, please do not do that. Be safe. Use caution. And mommy loves you. Okay, guys. People gonna try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys gotta go again. We'll see you tomorrow with Craig. Not tomorrow. Friday with Craig in Varadark. Okay, bye. Fatality.